I know I'm acting stupid, but being dumb, maybe just a little bit foolish. I feel so young. Drunk, I've never seen you clearer than now. We're flying high, floating somewhere up in the clouds. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real. Cause when we're doing our thing, we're like wheels that won't stop turning. So take me on a trip, trip, trip. Now, trip, trip, trip. Oh, I flick.
Hey you guys, so this tutorial is all about the eyes. I'm going to start off by doing and contouring the eyes first. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to identify what's called my makeup crease. So first I'm going to identify where my brow bone is and then where my eyeball is by touching it with my finger. Then in between those two areas, the brow bone and the eyeball, there is this empty space and void if you press into your eye area. And that is going to essentially be my crease area or my makeup crease. So with my brush, I'm going to stamp a matte brown eyeshadow into that crease area. And this is what's going to contour my eyes and kind of create the shape. And then it's going to actually help to dictate the eyeshadow placement later. I always do this on my eyeshadow colors, whether I'm doing dramatic eyes or natural eyes, or for people who don't want eyeshadow at all, I always contour the eyelid. It just gives some shape and kind of dimension to the eyelid. Then with a fluffy dome shape brush, I'm just going to go over this area so that it blends it out well. And you'll notice that I'm going pretty high up on the eyelid and going above what's called the eye fold. And many people think that the eye fold, which is kind of below the crease, is the makeup crease. But anytime you put makeup or eyeshadow in that area, when you open your eyes, it tends to disappear. So going up higher into the little socket of the eye will help to avoid that from happening, and still give a lot of dimension and depth to your eyeshadow look. Now with the dome shape brush, I'm going to pull that matte brown eyeshadow underneath the eye as well. Now when you're choosing your matte brown eyeshadow, you want to choose a color that is closest to your skin tone, but a little darker than your skin tone so that you can see it. Pulling this matte brown eyeshadow underneath my eye just makes the eye look a little bit more polished and refined, and also helps to, camouflage away from any like small fine lines underneath the eye. Now I'm going to switch to a much deeper brown eyeshadow and focus this color on the outer third of my eye. And because I want this color to just kind of make my eye look a little bit open, I'm going to also focus this color above that eye fold and pull it into the eye socket, so that when my eye is open, you can really see the color, and it again, it makes my eye look like it's open and awake and very bright. More than anything, I'm going to make a triangle shape just on the outer third with this color. Right now with my eyeshadow brush, I'm not so much focused on blending the color. Right now, my main goal is to apply the color and make sure that the eyeshadow is where I want it to be, and also that it's at the intensity that I want it to be. So if the color is bright enough on my skin tone. That's what I'm doing right now. And then later I'm going to come back and blend it all out. Now wherever I want the most intensity, I'm going to make sure to apply an eye primer underneath that area. So for me in this look, I want to apply intensity on the inner 2/3 of my eye. So I'm going to take my ring finger and apply eye primer all over the inner 2/3 of my eye, going all the way up to the socket or that initial matte brown eyeshadow that I applied initially. Now with my eyeshadow brush, I am going to press and stamp this color onto that eye primer. And I'm really pressing, making sure that I build up the intensity that I want. Again, at this stage, it's all about placement and intensity, and then we'll worry about blending later. So a big request I get a lot of times in terms of like makeup tutorials is how to make the makeup look more natural. Well, here I'm not actually using an eyeshadow, you guys. I'm actually using my face powder as eyeshadow, and this is just an easy way for me to make sure that the eyeshadow looks natural for my skin tone. So that's like a little trick that I use sometimes when you're just you want something very chic and very natural, and you're guaranteed that it's going to match your skin tone and really look good on you. I just try face powder. Now we're in the stages of blending. So I'm going to take this dome-shaped brush that has nothing on it, and I am going to identify the lines between that dark brown eyeshadow and that face powder, and I'm going to blend out that line so just seamlessly, not going over the two colors, but I'm just going over the line very gently, and I'm not putting that much pressure. So I'm applying, blending out just the line, just enough so that it's blurred so you don't see the beginning of one eyeshadow and the end of the other. This is the easiest way to blend eyeshadow without removing the intensity of the color, but making sure that you still have that ombre effect between the two colors. I'm also going to do that at the top of that dark brown color between that matte brown eyeshadow, just to soften out the edges of that eyeshadow. Now I'm also going to soften out the edges of the lighter eyeshadow in the inner 2/3 of the eye at the top, where the line between the matte brown eyeshadow and that face powder eyeshadow meet together. So here I lost a little bit of product, so I'm going to go ahead back to my eyeshadow brush and apply a little bit more of the face powder eyeshadow in this area, and then go back with that clean blending brush and blend it out some more. Now with my eyeliner brush, I am going to kind of create a little bit of a wing at the outer corner of my eye, and I love to do this when I'm going to do a winged eyeliner because it just gives a bit of an outline for the winged eyeliner. But later I realized, so I used black eyeshadow to do this. Sorry, I didn't mention that. But I realized later after looking at it, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't want to use it anymore. So I tried to kind of erase it. You can actually erase eyeshadow if it's a lighter color, but black is definitely not going to go anywhere without literally taking off everything. So instead of just completely removing it, I just went over it several times with an eyeshadow brush, a clean eyeshadow brush, just to really soften it out so that it made more of like a shadow cast look than actual harsh black eyeshadow. And I really like the way that it came out. But whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other.
Drunk, I've never seen you clearer than now. We're flying high, floating somewhere up in the clouds. Going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're like wheels that won't stop turning. So take me on a trip now, trip. Oh, flick the switch, kill the lights. Oh, wasted. City lights are shining so bright. All these empty faces, we don't care about them tonight. Going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're the wheels that won't stop turning.
Now using that same eyeliner brush that I used for the black eyeshadow, I wiped it off on a piece of paper towel in front of me, and then went back to that deep brown eyeshadow that I used on the outer corner originally, and applied that to about 2/3 of my bottom eyeshadow, my bottom eyelid, sorry. And then I'm going to put mascara all over the top lashes. I got a little mascara on my lid, so I'm going to use the eyeshadow in the eyeshadow brush in that area to cover it up and kind of use it as a little bit of an eraser. Now, just to brighten up my eyes, I'm going to wipe off all the product that I used on the eyeliner brush, and then I'm going to apply primer just along my bottom tear duct, really just on the tear duct, almost before the lashes. And I'm going to pick up some gold eyeshadow, some gold shimmer eyeshadow, because I used a lot of matte colors in this eye look. And I'm going to apply this on top of that eye primer just to give a little bit of glimmer and shine to this eye look.
It's the only way we know how to do it. Kill the lights. I know I'm acting stupid. We're being dumb.
And then just to blend it out a little bit so that it's not as harsh, I'm going to just use my finger just to blend the outer edge, and so that it blends in seamlessly with that dark brown eyeshadow. Now to finish off the look, I applied this dark brown lip liner all over the lips to outline my natural lip line. And then after I outline the lips for the natural lip line, I'm also going to color in the corners of the lips so that it kind of creates a little bit of a triangle and helps to create a little bit of a shape to the lips. So when I do this, it almost makes the corners of the lips appear like they're contoured, so that the center of the lips look very pouty and just really, really gorgeous. So I love to do this look whenever I'm using a dark lip liner. Also, the inspiration for this look is really kind of like that 90s vibe where the lip liner was really, really dark and the lip color was really, really light. So I am just taking a lip brush to lightly soften out the lip shape so that the line isn't as harsh, but it's still going to really come through the, the lip gloss. So I didn't use any lipstick or anything like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.